Baseball fans, stop what you're doing, because right now, you are witnessing the rise of a generational talent. The New York Mets have a superstar in right field who's not just on fire, he's melting the record books. Juan Soto has gone from a cold start to an absolutely volcanic run, and if you're not paying attention yet, it's time to wake up. Because this man is dominating the 2025 Major League Baseball season like few ever have. Juan Soto, just 26 years old, born and raised in the Dominican Republic, now the face of the New York Mets, is proving exactly why he's worth that monster 15-year, $765 million deal. Yes, you heard that right. The largest contract in Major League Baseball history. When the Mets signed him, fans expected fireworks, and while April felt more like a drizzle, June brought the full-blown thunderstorm. Let's rewind for a moment. The season didn't start the way Soto or Mets fans had hoped. In the month of April, he hit just 233, a far cry from what fans expected of their new franchise player. Doubters began to chirp. Is he worth the money? Has Soto lost a step? The media pounced, fans grew anxious, and critics began questioning whether the Mets had made a massive mistake. But as all great players do, Juan Soto stayed patient. He worked, he adjusted, and when the calendar flipped to June, everything changed. In June, Soto turned into a juggernaut. We're talking a batting average of 322, an on-base percentage of 474, and a slugging percentage of 722. Do the math, and that gives you an on-base plus slugging, OPS, of 1.196. That is not just impressive, it's the second highest OPS in a single month in New York Mets history, behind only Darryl Strawberry's legendary tear in the year 1990. This wasn't a flash in the pan. Soto was hitting for average, power, and showing elite plate discipline. His 11 home runs and 27 runs batted in over the course of the month made him the obvious choice for National League Player of the Month. But even more than the stats, it was how he did it. Let's talk about moments that define a star. On June 25th, Soto stepped up to the plate and blasted not one, but 2 home runs, including his 19th of the season, leading the Mets to a massive win. Just 2 days later, on June 27th, he belted a 416-foot solo shot against the Pittsburgh Pirates, his 20th home run of the year. That homer tied him with Hall of Famer Jimmie Foxx for the third most games before turning 27, where a player had both a home run and a walk. That's the kind of company Juan Soto is keeping. Mickey Mantle, Barry Bonds, Frank Robinson, he's chasing legends. And then came July 4th. In a moment made for Hollywood, Soto launched a game-tying home run against his former team, the New York Yankees, sending Citi Field into a frenzy. It was not just poetic justice, it was a warning. Soto thrives under pressure. Now let's break down the season through 85 games. Juan Soto is hitting 260 with 20 home runs and 48 runs batted in. He boasts a .901 OPS and leads the league with a walk rate of 16.7%. That plate discipline, elite. And the Statcast numbers are even juicier. His average exit velocity, 94.5 miles per hour. That's top tier. Barrel rate, 17.5%. Expected weighted on-base average, WOBA, sits at .458. All of this shows that Soto isn't just getting lucky. He's absolutely crushing the baseball every time he makes contact. Let's not forget, he's hitting .378 with a 1.181 OPS in 10 games at Nationals Park since leaving Washington. He doesn't just show up, he shows out where it matters most. With the way he's heating up, Soto is rocketing into the National League Most Valuable Player conversation. Analysts and insiders are buzzing. Is this the year Soto wins Most Valuable Player in the Big Apple? His combination of power, patience, and presence is unmatched. The Mets, now pushing for the postseason, are leaning heavily on their right fielder, and he's delivering in every way possible. From leading by example on the field to coming through in the clutch, Soto is everything the Mets could have hoped for when they inked that historic deal. And off the field, he's just as admirable. Let's not forget that Juan Soto donated $200,000 to help support Olympic athletes in the Dominican Republic. He hasn't forgotten where he came from, and he continues to give back while building his legend in Queens. Projected to hit 32 home runs by season's end, Soto is not just having a good year, he's building a legacy. So Mets fans, baseball fans, and anyone who appreciates greatness, keep your eyes on number 22. Juan Soto isn't just hot, he's rewriting New York Mets history. From April adversity to July dominance, this slugger's story is far from over. And if you're loving the ride, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below letting us know where you think Soto will finish in the Most Valuable Player race. Because one thing's for sure, Juan Soto is just getting started.